Let's go trade recap. So this is what I did yesterday trading Forex. I took 2 losses. Yeah, so yesterday, Friday, there was a lot of news events. 12:30 a.m. we had some USD news, and then during the day there was some JPY news, GBP an hour before market open, and then during London session, Euro news and GBP news. So because of all the JPY news and the GBP news, I just didn't trade GJ, and also there was a massive down candle right before market open. When was this? So this is market open right here, and then this was 30 minutes before market open. We just came down 240 pips. So off the list today, GJ. That still leaves 2 pairs, so let's go. So on the 4 hour, we had a move up, bit of a move down, and then now we're breaking up again. Asia session, our New York and Asia session. Similar thing on EU, big up move, down moves, and then I had this 4 hour fair value gap marked out, and market opens and we flood into it. And yeah, I had the red line is where the news came out for each pair, so I was keeping a look on that, and I also had these highs and lows of each session marked out for each pair. And the trade ended up being on EU because GU, we just swept these lows, broke structure, swept these highs, came back down, and then broke structure. Didn't really give us a position to go long here. And we just had this huge gap to fill that I thought maybe the 4 hour might come into it, like a fair value gap, like it did on EU. So we had this big up move. We didn't come into equilibrium, but the fair value gap was there. You know, we filled a bit of the gap to go up even higher. And then what we saw was, now keep this in mind, this was on the news of German Flash Manufacturing PMI, and what was it? German Flash Services PMI as well. It was bullish, you can see green, and it ended up going up. I thought that was all that it would do, right? Because we made this like gap in the market, bit of a bigger 1 minute up candle, and then we make some up moves. So I thought that just the 1 minute up candle was all the news did, because usually when news comes out, it's usually just one candle, but you know, right as the news comes out, and that's what happens. But I think it was different because I used this up move on the 15 minute as an engulfing candle, because we engulf all these 3 down candles, as a confluence to go bullish, to show that the 4 hours respecting the fair value gap. But because the engulfing candle was right on that news event, the bullish news event, I feel like that canceled it out, because overall our bias was correct. Price ended up going up, but I got stopped out of 2 trades and ended up losing $86. And I think that's because this engulfing candle was from the news event and not actually what price wanted to do. So I think this is just like a fake confluence because of the news event, but I was trusting it as a confluence to go up, because as we can see, price comes down, but it doesn't even go below this retracement in the 4 hour fair value gap. It just, price for the 15 minute just needed to break structure on its own terms, not because of news, and then go up, which is what exactly happened. It didn't even, it filled this fair value gap, but it disrespected it. But anyways, after seeing that, this is all just in hindsight, we get a fair value gap. This blue one, I'll destroy. This is a 15 minute fair value gap and 15 minute equilibrium. We ended up hitting both of them, so that's 2 15 minute confluences as well. And then on the 1 minute, we see this big voluminous moves to the upside, inversing these fair value gaps, breaking structure. So I went long 2 TPs, 1 TP at this 15 minute fair value gap, yeah, the middle of it, and then Asia high, final take profit. Thought I was good, and then a couple minutes later, bang, price just dumps to the downside. But then I'm like, okay, this might have just been a 1 minute liquidity sweep, you know, maybe we just need to go down a little bit more and then it's gonna go back up. And I thought this because we start seeing the same exact thing, break of structure, inverse fair value gaps, you know, so I go long again, literally basically got the same entry. I could have had stop loss here, but I ended up moving it up to just this low, same stop loss, same take profits. And yeah, when it came down to here, and I thought if it inverses this fair value gap, I'm gonna close the position early here. But then I look at my phone and I see this giant move up and I'm like, oh, okay, we're chilling. And then later comes back down and I got back on my computer around here and I'm just like, okay, we've inversed the fair value gap. We're gonna go down to stop loss. I'm just gonna exit it there. Saved me a couple dollars, could have lost $100 yesterday. But yeah, it was good because I got to learn from it. And yeah, I didn't mind taking a loss because that makes me want to focus on trading and just analyze the markets, what went wrong, what can I learn. Yeah, and on my trading account, I can take a loss. So what I learned from this is that candles right on the news event, I probably shouldn't trust them. This was a bit fake. If we had another up candle after it and it broke structure, might be different. Obviously I don't know, but I would probably take a trade if there was, because there was only a tiny 1 minute move, and German flash manufacturing, PMI and everything usually doesn't affect the market that much. And it didn't, but it affected trades that I took and should have taken, could have just waited. GU, not sure if there was any positions, and in this time GU is just ripping up, so I wanted to take another long, so that influenced my trading a little bit. But yeah, let's see. I mean, we didn't break structure to the downside, engulfing candle, and then did we get a 1 minute liquidity sweep maybe? Oh yeah, right. I mean, I think I did see this, but it's like, it's a tiny retracement, you know, it's probably not worth it. But hey, if I did take this, could have had stop loss at the body, the wick, probably, boom, take profit here, this high here, bang, boom. Probably would have wanted to get out before news though. But yeah, this is what happened. There's always next week, you know, I'm not gonna worry about it. And yeah, hope you guys learn from that, learn from my mistakes, and catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.